Hi and welcome to the channel. I'm Sam and this is the Crafty Blinder van build. Well, it's finally arrived. When did we order this, Lisa? When was Camp Quirky?
Oh. April.
Was it April? Has it been that long? What are we in now? April, May, June,
August.
July, August? Nah, it was June. Yeah, was it not June? Beginning of June? Anyway, we ordered this at Camp Quirky. Look, there's somewhere it says there we are. Camp Quirky. There's the date. It'll tell us, 27th of the 5th. Anyway, it's been a long wait. It's time to get it stuck in the van. So we've opened the top of the box. You're going to see this for the first time, the same as me and Lisa on the beer already. We've got it 5:15, beer o'clock. Mine's still closed. Anyway, do you want to see? Ta-da! Wow. I'm excited. I don't know if you are, but I am. I'm excited. This is 24 kilos, so we'll go a bit canny with it. I think I'm just going to have to try and walk it out. That's maybe a bit of get that out of the box first. That. It's lighter than what I've got anyway, but it's probably well put together. I'll put it out there. That is it. What do you think? Good work, camera lady. I like it. That is so much smaller than what we've got in there. That is tiny.
It's a black box.
Very expensive black box.
Yeah, I know that, but like...
Well, you think, right, one of our batteries now is that size. So in comparison, it's that size by about that deep and that tall, and there's two of them. So I reckon we've got about 80 kilos, maybe 70, 80 kilos in the front of that van.
So you're just going to take them two out and put that one in?
Yeah.
Well, that one.
This is more powerful than them two.
Right.
It's time for a little experiment. So we've connected the battery up. We've put it on our little inverter. Now this is just a little 1500 watt inverter. We'll let it go through its cycle. I don't know if you can see the screen now. You can't, can you? That's not very good. But anyway, I can see the screen. It says the battery's full. It's at 13.2 volts, 17 degrees. We've got an output of 244 volts at 50 amps. There's currently no load on it. So we're going to go and get our little coffee machine and see if it works. Let's have a little look. You maybe see there now what everything's reading. So we've got the app open there, and that's showing that it's 99%, there's 226 amp. We've got a bit of parasitic draw there just by running the inverter. So what we're going to do is we'll plug this in now. We're going to see if we've got a pod in there. We're going to see if this will actually work. So that's on there. Current. Have we got? That's flashing. Have we got anything happening there? Oh, 6.6 amps draw there. 132 amps draw there. Let's see if this works. So that's flashing green. That's dropped down to 1.7 amps now. Right, we've got good to go on there. We'll just put that down to about that size. Move to 137. 137. 7 amps there. Wow, it's working. 98% remaining. I'm very happy. So one of the main reasons we started changing things, the AGM was alright, but it just didn't meet our power needs. We never ever used the inverter. I think we warmed a bottle up once for somebody out on a site at Camp Festival, but we've never used it ourselves. And the first time we went to use it, I plugged in that little coffee machine. It didn't work. But that there is proof in the pudding. That is massive, massive. That changes so much. I'm pretty impressed with that. I really am. I must say, I've got a brew now as well. I'm chuffed, really chuffed. Let's give that a little stir up. I only made a little one, so. Oh, nice and hot. Well, it's time for that lot to come out. And that to replace it. Looks tiny, doesn't it? Let's get on and get this lot out. Let's lift them right up the van. There you go, old and new. Half the power, half the weight. Right, I've got a couple of mods to do in the bottom of that. Well, let me show you. So this has always been set up for 2 batteries. So I left this piece in the middle, and that stops the batteries from travelling round. So because we're only putting one back in, I'm going to trim this edge off here. That lip. It's only on this one. We've already taken it off the front one. So it's just a matter of cut that off, and that allows us to use the strops again to hold the battery in place. Gives that a little bit of freedom as well. I think what we'll do is we'll push everything that way. So when we terminate the cables, we've got quite a bit of room this side. Well, what's that noise, Boo? That's the carbon monoxide alarm going off in the van. So, first things you do, really, vent it. Open your doors, let it vent. I don't know if that's a low battery or if it's actually full of gas. So what we'll do is we'll open the vents as well. I've got the power turned off, so what I'm going to have to do is mid battery fit. What we'll do is we'll open the back doors as well, and we should be able to see what is going on with it. We'll give it a couple of minutes just to vent through, and then I'll have a little look in the back. So it's showing smoke. So we'll silence it for now. There's no signs of smoke when we've gone in the van. So I've got no concerns that way. I think this is probably a low battery, in all honesty. It's been in now for a couple of years, so I think what I'll have to do is try and remove it. If I can remember how. Oh, there you go. It's that simple. So we'll change out them batteries. That's been in for the best part of 18 months. Is it? Yeah, around about 18 months. So I believe it'll just be batteries. I think the touch on there is, you know, don't go rushing in. If this was full of gas, now I'm not saying it would overpower you immediately, but you could be damaged or overpowered by what gas is in there. The industry I work in, we've lost a few guys to that very thing. They saw the friends go down, they've rushed in. There's been gases in there that have actually suffocated them, but the person that collapsed initially has fallen, gone to a lower level and actually survived because there was oxygen at that level. So don't become a casualty. Always vent your van if your alarm's going off. It takes a couple of minutes. Fuck the inconvenience, you know. So what, it's pissing a few people off on a campsite, or it's pissing off somebody on the street. Who cares? Your life's more important than somebody's upset feelings. So just bear that in mind. This is the routine every morning. Will you come to say hello? Every morning. This hello. I think she hadn't seen us in a month. What's it, if I stop? Oh, she's quieting down. What you doing, Boo? Hello, Boo. Good morning, Boo. Eh? So she sleeps in the living room on her own, and every morning I'll come out here, sit with her, and I have a mad 10 minutes where she just runs around. God, God. She just, I think she just misses. Overnight she misses us. Hey? Little pig. Yeah, little pig. Some breakfast. Breakfast? Breakfast? Do you want breakfast? Yes. Come on then. Not want to miss an opportunity, I have used the lining out of the box, the insulation out of the box, and I've put that underneath where the battery's going to go. Now, I was concerned that over time, as winter comes, we might get some cold convection coming through and affecting the performance of the battery. So rather than throw it away, we've actually taken the insulation, chopped it to fit, and built a little pocket up underneath. Got the timbers back in now. We've got the train. This time we put the strap in, because first time I forgot to put it back in. So that's threaded underneath now. Gives a little bit of adjustment. Next thing, we'll drop the battery in, see how it sits. We did trim off a couple of bits of the edge to make this square now. Let the air move freely around it. You may recall we put these vents in right at the very beginning, just to keep air circulating around the battery, so on the hot days it stays cool. That is going nowhere now. Job's a good one. That looks like it's set to number 4. We're going to have to try and turn that to number 7. Old sausage fingers here. This wasn't 4, that's 5, that's 6. I think that's 7 now. I hate doing stuff blind. Yeah, that looks... Yeah, that's on 7. Evening. So I'm recording on my new phone. The picture quality is really good from what I can see. So I'm just going to do a quick recap. I started reconfiguring all the cabling and layout of under the seats for the new Victron equipment that I was putting in, and for the battery. And every time I've come back to it, I've had a change of heart and a change of mind, and it's probably just going to be easier to show you how I've got it than how I got to where it is. Let's spin the camera out. So we did set off, we mounted all this on a plate, I've showed you that. Put these switches in. I've actually moved them from there to here just to create a little bit more space. Decided I would replace one of the buzz bars with a new the old buzz bar had M10s, two M10s, and then it had a number of little ones in the middle. I'd ordered that by mistake, so I bit the bullet and I've replaced it with the one that I really wanted. I haven't done the final connection on the battery yet because I need to add an isolator, and I just haven't worked out where I'm going to put that yet. So let's just zoom out a little bit. There you go. So that feeds down to the buzz bar, and then we've got all our distribution from there onwards, and our incomers go to here as well. So these two here are from the MPPT and the DC to DC charger, so they're feeding back into the system. Anytime I want to work on it, I'm going to need that isolator off the buzz bar. We have a small distribution unit here, and that will supply our inverter. It also supplies through this switch everything in the back of there. I've also put a small board in here that will feed the night heater that's under that seat, and it'll also feed our 12 volt in here. Also gives me room to do anything else I want to do in this area that's 12 volt related. So I'm thinking about putting a light under here somewhere, or here, just so if I have to work on this I can do. Now this battery's so much smaller, I've got lots of space in there now, and I'm a lot happier with how that sits. The weight reduction is fantastic. I've maybe added a few more pounds by changing everything out in here, but I think it's going to be a lot better. Now for one reason or another I've kept changing my mind, and I'm at the point now where I'm like, I am happy with what I've done under the seat. It's a lot tidier. The only thing left to go back in that space now is the inverter. The cables are there for it. It's just, I wanted to show you that part before we sealed it all up. Check all the nuts and bolts in there as well, make sure everything's nice and tight, and then we can close it up. Do the next thing. And let's put that bloody isolator on. So we've got an isolator. That there is for the inverter. So when we pull up, we just flick that on. Job done. It's not very often we use the inverter, so having that there is just handy. I do need to finish off putting that bolt in though. I've just seen that. And that's the isolator bracket mounted. Just got to crimp this cable, and then we can get all the final connections made to the battery. Well, it looks like we've got a bad isolator. As I was tightening things up, and nothing's fixed, as you can see, that just snapped right out of it. But the weird thing was, it had a bit of masking tape on the side of it. How weird is that? No other masking tape in the area. That was stuck on the side of it, as if it was holding it in place. Weird. Weird. New isolator's arrived, so we can get this fitted now, and hopefully get everything powered up. This has taken me about 2 weeks. I started by it's actually longer than that. It's 4 weeks. 3 weeks. I did the blue stuff, and then I ran it for a little while with just the AGM batteries on. Then I decided I wasn't happy with the layout, so changed a few things in there. I've probably showed you that. And then the Roamer battery come, I've put the Roamer battery in, and then I've changed things again. We are now at the stage where we can put this last piece in and actually power it up tonight. So fingers crossed everything goes to plan. So let's get cracked on. So this is the isolator when you strip it out. Last night when I was fastening everything up, this one actually, this side broke. I'm just inspecting this one just to make sure it's all good, and it looks to be in good condition, so I don't think it was down to me over tightening anything, or hopefully it was just a bad one. But one of the good things about these isolators is you can pull out. Let me just try and do this one-handed. It's not going to work. Do it this hand. Yeah, there we go. Right, you can just slide out the piece that you need. So that just slides back in there. So you can set this up in any orientation. So I like mine with the green to the top, so we'll set it up that way. So we'll take out this bottom one here. There you go. Let's get it bolted up. So that is the isolator all installed. You can see the riv nuts are there, the brackets secure. You can't really beat that, can you? One cable left to terminate. Put that in the off position. Make sure the inverter's off. All the breakers are off. We need to label these up as well. We checked all the connections yesterday. We've set the MPPT to lithium. Yeah, we'll just need to set that one up once we get the battery on. So let's go. So everything's running now. We've got our cables all run round. It's squeaky bum time. No, and turn the isolator on. That'll supply the buzz bars. And this fuse box here shouldn't really power anything else. It'll put power to the batteries. So we'll do that now. Have we got anything? Nothing. Oh yeah, sorry, we've got a light on there. Oh, the bridge is over there, I think. Yeah, I wonder where that is. I'm going to have to check that. I think the bridge is missing out of this one. Let's have a little look. Yeah, where's that at? What have I done with the... Can't think what I've put there. Lost it. Well, panic's over. It's there. I've just run around like a headless chicken trying to find that, and then I remembered that I believe it's connected to something. So what we'll do is we'll just try and find its home. Old sausage fingers here. Any light? It's definitely in. Oh yeah, it's ignition. It's off the ignition, so let's not worry about that one. Yeah, we're all connected up now. I'm just trying to show you this. It should still be flashing bulk, yep. Right, let's put a bit of solar in. See if it flashes now. So we just flicked that isolator on down there. Let's flick the next one on. Let's put the power across to the back. We've got everything to jump into life. The gas monitors come on. And I suppose if we flick the light switch, yep, we're good. We'll power back up. The things are looking pretty good. So I think the only thing I've got left to do is find the tool for these, tighten these two ends up, and then we can flick on the inverter. Well, we can flick on the inverter now. I'm not putting it under any load. Have you got anything? Oh, there's no fuse. Yeah, we're waiting for a fuse to arrive for there. Well, it doesn't matter how many times you do this. Turning something on for the first time is always a nerve-wracking experience, and I do it all the time. We commission stuff at work, we put it into service, and every time you turn it on, you're not nervous, but you're wary. You do it in steps, and that's what we've done here tonight. We turned the battery on, then we turned the MPPT on, and the solar, and all the rest of it. And that's the way to do it. Work through it methodically. Just don't turn everything all on at once, because if something does go wrong, you need to know where, at what step, or what stage it went wrong. So I'm happy. Time to put that bloody seat back in. Okay, we've left it 24 hours now, and it was on 90% last night, and we're up to 13.6. So the solar is working very efficiently. Obviously it was only 3%, but it'd be nice to see how this works over the next couple of days. Yeah, so we're gonna turn the fridge on. We're gonna leave that running. Can't think of any other big devices. What we'll do is we'll plug the fridge in the back as well. So we should be pulling around about 12 amps an hour. And let's see how that behaves. Now that's the most we would probably use on a daily basis. So if it's pulling 12 amps an hour, you know, this system should cope with it. The way we've got it set up now. So I'm going to switch that fridge on. We're actually going to put the seat back tonight. The fuse hasn't come again. The fuse for the inverter. So I'm going to have to wait around for that to come. But it isn't really a challenge to put that in. I can do that one-handed, but I'd like to have the inverter running as well at some point this week. So we are going away at the weekend. We are going to a beer and gin festival about 7 miles that way. It's our little bolt hole, the place we go all the time. Now I've actually made a few videos, but I've never shared them with anybody. I've never shared them on the channel. I love this place, and I don't know if I want to share it with you. I might do this weekend. We've sponsored some beer and gin at the festival, so we'll probably show you around there and show you our sponsor posters and stuff like that. The stuff that we have up. But anyway, that's this weekend. So the plan is get in there now, get the fridge on in the back, and just see how this setup behaves. I've got light. I've got loads of things in the way here. How am I going to do this? We've been buying stuff. There's stuff all over the van. We saw quite a few vans at the festivals, decorated, and we decided it was time we did ours. Bought these little things down in Bristol, and they're beautiful. Just need to find somewhere to put them. I think I need to fix them with something as well, because they are dropping. We'll hoover that up. Just about out of stickers. They're all the stickers that we need to put on our sticker wall. Lisa's bought this as well. Don't know where that come from. Granddaughter probably. So let's have a little look at the fridge. So turn on the battery. Let's turn on the max. Ooh, that needs cleaned. We'll close that. So let's have a little look at what the app's doing now. Right, we've got the fridge drawing current now. We've also got a lamp on under there. A light on under there, sorry. So let's switch that off and see what effect it has. That's drawn next to nothing, that. So we're pulling 5 amps, and obviously we're the sun, because it is sunny, the solar is obviously putting in. So we're currently not drawing anything. Let's see what the solar's putting in, contributing. Let's use that word. Currently we're drawing about 3 amps. Solar's not putting a lot in, but we're not drawing any more than we're actually using, if you look at that. Very minimal. So we'll see how this behaves. Morning, it's 6:30 in the morning. We've had the 2 fridges running all night. I'm just about to switch the app on to see how the batteries affected that. So you'll get to see the same time I do what's going on. Wasn't there first time. So it's just loading up now. Put that up there, you might be able to see it. So we've ran that. It's been pulling 10 amps all night. Let me show you. So that's currently saying it's at 50%. Zoom out a little bit. So we've used 51% of the battery, 9%, 9 amps, sorry, 10 amps, flashing in and out there. So we'll give that a good test overnight. Now, it's not the best of days, as you can see there, a little bit overcast. Still a bit tired, I'm just straight out of bed. So what we will do, I think, there's no way we're going to get 10 amps of sunshine today. So I think what I'll do is, I think I'll turn off the back fridge and see how this recharges today. We'll see if it can manage. Maybe today wasn't the best day to test my battery. It's been raining most of the day. We've had very little sunlight, 23%. So I'm in a position now where I really need to charge this battery. Now bear in mind, this battery straight out the box, it's never had a good charge. I left it, when it come it was at 99%. We discharged 2% out of that and left it at 97, and then we connected it up to the solar, and the solar just topped it up. So I think a couple of cycles should settle it in, and we'll see how it performs after that. So at 23%, I now want to charge from the alternator. So put the DC through the DC to DC's paces. So we're going to fire up the van and take it for a run out. And hopefully, let's just dip down, hopefully that improves. 23%, it's saying we've got 53 amps of usable power left. So I don't really want to take it much lower than what it is, so let's take it for a run, see how it performs. The fridge is still empty, and remember that is only one fridge. So that's 24 hours with that fridge on. It's worked, it's done what we expected it to do. Did I expect more? Possibly, but again, it's the first time of running it, so, and it's empty, which will make a big difference. Once we fill it up, it shouldn't really take as much to cool it. Anyway, let's go and take it for a run. Right, let's fire this up, see if it makes any change. Turn this radio off before it starts. Turn the wipers off. Right, this should take a little while for it to actually start kicking in. Have we got anything coming in? Yeah, so it's putting in 25 amps there, which is good. It's a plus, not a negative, so yeah, things are working. take it for a run. So we're on 23%. Let's take it for a run and see what happens. So we've been out for an hour. Have we been out for an hour? I'd say it's about an hour. Can't remember in all honesty. So let's have a little look. Let's see what the solar's putting in. If the solar's putting anything in. So we're still getting 20 watts of solar. It's not the best day. 1.3 amps. So let's come out of that. Obviously we've had the DC to DC running for a little while. Let's see on the graph what we're getting in there. Engine shut down, so we're getting nothing off that either. We're not having a good day here. And wow, so all that driving about that I've just done, we've got 29%, so we've put 6% in. I think I'm gonna have to put this on charge. I really do think I'm gonna put it on charge. What I'll do is I'll knock the fridge off, I'll put everything on charge, and we'll see how things behave. I've got a little 2 amp charger. We'll leave that running overnight, and 5 amp charger, sorry. We'll leave that running overnight, and hopefully it'll top everything back up. But that's my little experiment done anyway, and it's we're gonna have to do a bit of fine tuning. I think we have kicked the ass out the battery, like, to be honest. So anyway, let's stick this back on the drive, get the charger rigged up, get the power on, and go from there. Right, we put this on charge last night with the little 5 amp charger there. 22% more after being on for what, 8 hours. We are slowly putting charge in, but I need a bigger charger, to be honest. But on our side today is the sun, so hopefully it stays fair enough and we get a bit of solar in. I'm actually going to drive this to work today, so hopefully we'll have them batteries nigh on full when we get to where we're going. Let me show you this. So we're back up to 100, and it's been like that for the last few days. So we're back up to 100%. Everything's working fine. We've had a weekend away at the Beer and Gin Festival, and it's been fantastic. Saturday was a bit grim, I'll tell you that. You'll maybe see in the video if I decide to post it. Let me know if you want to see it. It is our little bolt hole, and like I've said previously, I don't know if I want to share it. I don't know why I don't want to share it. It's just our little bolt hole. It's a place we go all the time. We absolutely love it. But yeah, we're happy with the battery. We're happy with the Victron charger, and we're happy with the battery, the DC to DC charger. Everything's working perfectly. It's been a good investment, and that air of doubt is now gone. Where the AGM used to underperform, and you know, we kept having to check up on it, see how it was performing. That's all over. We can just flick the app on now. We can see if we need to put any additional charge in, and we're happy. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Take care. Thank you for your continued support. If you like what we're doing, consider subscribing, liking and sharing with your friends. Also, you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.